Day 12, the final day of the group stage at the 2025 World Championship, wrapped up with all 4 remaining Ducks advancing to the next round with their teams in the same position, second in their groups. Both games got heated with scrums after nearly every whistle, a very NHL playoffs type of vibe. Let's start with arguably the biggest game of the day, Sweden vs. Canada, a battle for the top spot in Group A. Canada's relentless puck pursuit and finishing touch around the net proved too much for Sweden. The Canadians came out on top with a 5-3 win, securing first place in the group. Sweden finishes second and will face Czechia in the quarterfinals on Thursday. With the addition of Carlsson with a K to Sweden's roster, Carlsson was bumped down to the second power play unit in a 3C role. Naturally, Lundeström went with him. I still got a little excited because Fantilli was centering Canada's third line. So I thought we'd see a fun head-to-head matchup, but thanks to all the penalties, we didn't get much of that. It will be interesting to see what changes in the next game now that Nylander has joined the squad, because based on this performance, I'm hoping for a shakeup. Let's get Lundy out of the way first, shall we? I only have a few notes on him. He had a shot in the first period, he drew a penalty in the second, so good job, and in the third, he missed an open net. I won't call it wide open because it was a pretty incredible stick save by both the goalie and the defender, but still, that goal would have been huge. You might have noticed Leo was the one who forced the turnover that led to that chance, and it was his line mates who couldn't finish. Yeah, this line just isn't it. Leo's gonna have to do everything for anything to happen, and even then, it still might not. That said, Leo wasn't quite good enough to carry the load in this one. His first 2 periods were pretty lackluster. Maybe that's the result of his line mates dragging him down, but still, he has to be better. He was pretty passive for most of his 16+ minutes of ice time. He only registered 1 shot, and he didn't look like he was hunting for more. Fortunately, aside from 1 bad pass, he was hitting his targets most of the time, but he was having trouble controlling pucks early. He did draw a penalty though, that led to a 5-on-3 for Sweden, and they scored, though Leo was on the bench when that happened. Leo and Lundy were on the ice for 2 goals against. The first one wasn't really their fault, but the second one, oof. It actually started well. Lundy forced a turnover on the forecheck. The puck got to Leo, but then Lundy got in the way. It went off his skate, and Canada turned it the other way. Great play from Crosby to Celebrini, and boom. That's the kind of offensive awareness I expect from Lundy. See what happens when he faces real NHL competition? This was easily Sweden's toughest challenge. Canada is stacked, but I think they proved to themselves they can still compete. It's going to take, the old cliche, a full 60-minute effort. Because in the third, it was a much closer game, and that's when Leo finally started to show more. He was more aggressive, active, and physical. That turnover he forced, the one that led to the missed open nets, that was in the third. He also recorded an assist late in the game, with new line mates on this shift, by the way. It was a simple play, he worked the puck around the boards, and the shot ended up bouncing off a bunch of bodies and in. For a second, it looked like Leo might have batted it in himself. He started leading more rushes into the zone, and was clearly trying to make things happen, but he was still stuck on the same line, which made it tough. Like, Lundy made his signature move of going behind the net, then dropped the puck back to Leo at the blue line with absolutely no time or space, and Leo fell. To Lundy's credit, he did make a nice defensive play to recover after that. All I'm saying is, the one game where Leo wasn't given more responsibility, they lost. Coincidence? I think not. Now, if you thought Leo getting bumped down to the third line was rough, Cutter got moved down to the fourth line in Team USA's battle with Czechia. It was a feisty one that stayed close until the third, when the US pulled away with a 5-2 win. They outshot Czechia 56-27 and locked in second place in their group. They'll face Finland in Thursday's quarterfinals. Remember when I said I was unimpressed by Cutter's last game? Apparently the coaches agreed. Like I said though, he wasn't bad, he just didn't have any spark. But in this one, he had way more energy. And he should, considering he spent most of the game on the bench. He logged his tournament low 11 minutes and 22 seconds, and still picked up a point. So that's now 7 points in 7 games, a point per game player on the fourth line. Wild. The assist came on the power play. Yes, he's still getting some power play time, at least occasionally. His casual shot from the blue line deflected off Bernier and then Nazar and in late in the third. As for the rest of the game, he showed good pressure, forced pucks out of the zone, and created turnovers. He did take his first penalty of the tournament. It came after he got skipped on the power play shift because Keller never got off the ice, so he was hustling to recover and took a hooking call. Pretty soft in my opinion. The other player was already falling and grabbed the stick, but yeah, it was there. He had 2 shots on goal, should have had more. He chose to pass on a 2-on-1 instead of shooting, and the puck didn't get through. He really should have taken the shot. He's kind of being asked to be the creator on this line, which isn't his strength. This is something I said when we acquired Cutter. He's not a consistent play driver. He needs someone to feed him the puck. It's why he was doing so well with a strong center like Bernier's early on. Once that was gone, he's rarely been getting the puck in good spots. He's had to create for himself, which he's capable of, but not consistently. Defensively, there was really only one bad play from him, and actually from Comer too. Neither of them realized a man was creeping down low and got behind them for a chance. For Comer, that was probably his worst defensive moment of the game. He also took his first penalty of the tournament, but before that, he made a good read to anticipate a rush and force a turnover. Unfortunately, the Czechs scored on the ensuing power play. Other than that, he was solid, blocking shots, managing bouncing pucks under pressure, taking bumps, and getting the puck out. Once again, he used his stick effectively to start and lead rushes, always patient, especially on the penalty kill, where his reads often led to turnovers. He played nearly 20 minutes, still on the top pair, and had 2 shots, not counting a shot that rang off the outside of the post. He probably could have had more, he missed a few, but always did well to recover and shut down rushes after. He had one funny-looking bad shot where he nearly fell over, but otherwise, he was sharp. One of his best plays came on the rush, where he spotted some open ice and made a slick little move to the left and nearly connected on a pass in the slot. Just a bit off the mark, but great vision. And of course, he pulled off his patented spin move in the corner. We've seen it plenty in this tournament and in the NHL, and it led to a solid slot chance too. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Yeah,